time that I see you, a lightning bolt fills the room. The underbelly of Paris, she sings her favorite tune. She'd drink you under the table, she'd show you a trick or two. And every time that I left it, I miss the things she would do. She was the one for me. She opened my eyes to see she was the one for me. Well, alright. It was a cold September before the Indian summer. That's the thing I remember, when she gave me a number. Went from station to station on a train across the nation. And the rain of November, that's the time that we ended. She was the one for me. Well, alright. Vodka with Coca-Cola, cocaine tucked in her shoes, cigarettes over coffee, a halo slip to a noose. Take the sailboat to China, fly you right round the moon. She could take it or leave it, I knew it had to end soon. She was the one for me. She opened my eyes to see she was the one for me. Well, alright. It was a cold September before the Indian summer. That's the thing I remember, when she gave me a number. Went from station to station on a train across the nation. And the rain of November, that's the time that we'd ended. She was the one for me. She opened my eyes to see she was the one for me. Well, alright, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Cool.
Been traveling these wide roads for so long. My heart's been far from you, 10,000 miles gone. Oh, I wanna come near and give you every part of me, but there's blood on my hands and my lips are unclean. In my darkness I remember Mama's words reoccur to me. Surrender to the good Lord and to wipe your slate clean. Take me to your river. I wanna go. Oh, go. Take me to your river. I wanna know. Dip me in your smooth waters. I'm going as a man with many crimes. Come up for air as my sins flow down the Jordan. Oh, I wanna come here and give you every part of me, but there's blood on my hands and my lips are unclean. Take me to your river. I wanna go. Oh, go. Take me to your river. I wanna know.
Wanna go, wanna go, wanna go.
I wanna know, wanna know, wanna know.
Wanna go, wanna go, wanna go.
Wanna know, wanna know, wanna know.
Wanna go, wanna go, wanna go.
Wanna know, wanna know, wanna know. Ooh, oh, oh. Take me to your river. I wanna go.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I'll like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Charlotte, I promise to give you my love and friendship, to be there for you when you need me the most, to laugh with you, to cry with you, to confide and trust in you, to comfort and support you, to share all that I have with you, to respect you and be faithful always. These promises I make to you for the rest of my life.
Nick, from this day forward, I promise to share my life with you, to laugh with you, to be proud of you, to never take you for granted, always to take care of you and to be faithful to you. I promise to love you for the rest of my life.
I think we should give our couple a bit of a rest there, so if I can invite Hayley forward, please, with the second reading.
What is marriage? It's loving and cherishing and hopefully relishing. It's hosting and toasting and Sunday roasting. It's having and holding the old little scolding. It's guessing and confessing and nightly undressing. It's trying, relying and a little white lying.
We now come to a significant part in the ceremony, and that is the giving and the receiving of the wedding ring. This is an ancient and traditional way of sealing the contract you've now made, and is an outward sign of the love that you have for each other. The wedding ring is an unbroken circle symbolising money and everlasting love, and it reflects the lifelong promises that you've made to each other today. Mark?
Next time next to me, sweetheart.
Okay, good lad, stay there. Good lad.
Can you take Charlotte's ring first, please? You just stand there, okay?
The vows that we made this day.
She makes me smile. It's the way I think. That girl makes me wanna be better. Took her down Bleecker Street, so she drank the way I drink. I kissed the sky to send the blue a letter. That girl makes me wanna be a better man. And should she see fit, gonna treat her like a real man. She's fearless, she's free. Oh, she is a real live wire. And that girl, she's got me feeling so much better. You trade all the money in the world, and just to see this girl smile. All the while she'll make you feel so much better. Oh, that girl makes me wanna be a better man. And should she see fit, gonna treat her like a real man. Hey. I feel like I'm in meditation in the office at the school. And you'll either love me or you'll hate me, 'cause I can see you've got no time for the in-between. But the reflection in your eyes, girl, it looks so much better.
Ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests, and grandchildren and children's children. It is indeed a pleasure to stand here and just welcome you all to Charlotte and Nick's wedding. And I hope you've enjoyed yourself so far, and I hope you carry on enjoying yourself through the rest of the day. Will you please just enjoy yourself and wish them all the best.
Charlotte and Nick once took Olivia and Lawrence on a day trip to Beamish. I said, oh, did you have a nice day, guys? Lawrence said, they were eating each other in the skin shop. Still to this day, Lawrence is like, oh, they were eating each other in the gift shop. But obviously. Recently, for Charlotte's hen party, we almost fell out. Behind the scenes, I was like, leave it as a surprise. Nick, it's a surprise. Charlotte thinks, but anyway, we managed an amazing hen party. Charlotte didn't have a clue. The afternoon of the hen party, we were lying in the garden on the hammock. Charlotte was like, oh, this is lovely. And then she said, Stephanie, why are you wearing fake tan to go to the Chellies in Hexham? I was like, oh, you never know who we're going to see. So as we went off down the road, the taxi arrived. Toot, toot, toot. Where you going, ladies? So off we went, jumped on, and Charlotte's reaction was, you.
Yeah, I didn't know you do. Right then, I'm gonna start my speech off with a quote from one of mine and my wife's favourite TV programmes. Charlotte, after signing the register earlier, you're now 100% my type on paper. In all seriousness though, I am the luckiest man alive. I think you'll all agree Charlotte looks stunning today, and I'm quite often being told that I'm punching above my weight. I hear it all the time when the rap lads and all my mates meet always telling me I'm punching above my weight. Even my own dad has actually been quoted as saying to Charlotte, you're too good for him. He's right, he is right though, he is right. Now Charlotte's going to think I'm being patronising here, but I'm genuinely proud of the way she's organised today. Everything down to the tiniest detail was thanks to her, and I think she's done an absolutely amazing job. Babes, thank you for the day, thank you for every day that we've had together and all the days we've got to come. I love you.
Aww.
Now a few more specific thanks. Alan, Barbara, from the moment I walked in your house at Hope Whistle, you made me feel like part of the family. I couldn't have asked for better in-laws, really. You put yourselves out for us on a weekly basis by letting us live at your house and letting me eat you out of house and home. Keep on making those sausage rolls. And obviously looking after Clark, who is an active little child at the best of times. So we'll just leave it at that. Clearly. Thank you. Babs, we've got a couple of flowers for you again. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Right, my mum and dad, thank you for everything that you've done for me throughout my life and for the way that you've welcomed Charlotte to the family. Probably especially the small financial help that you've given us recently. We managed to rep 2 cars and the gearbox in the past 2 years, and my dad's always been there for us. If anyone needs any sort of 0% finance, how many videos are you? We know. Yeah. Go speak to Dad, he gives it easier. Mum, we've got some flowers for you as well.
Oh, thank you very much.
You'll have seen these last night in the sink. Now, who got him? Onto the bridesmaids. Steph, Nikki, Jess, Hayley, Olivia, Bryony, little Jess, Ailsa and who I think Claudia. There we go. Got Claudia. Sorry, Claudia. You all looked absolutely amazing. Thank you for being there for Charlotte in the lead up to the wedding, the hen do. And just thanks for being there for her throughout her life. You've kind of like helped mould her and make her the woman that she is. And that's the woman that I'm madly in love with, so thank you very much for that. She seemed to recover pretty quickly from a hen do, so it can't have been that much of a wild night out. But yeah, I don't think Newcastle's going to recover from seeing that many images of my face in one place. We had masks, if anyone didn't know, on sticks of just of this mug. And it was, yeah, I don't think Newcastle's recovered from that yet. So I just want to raise a glass to the bridesmaids, for our girls. Now, quite a few of you have travelled here today. I've got family down from Scotland. I've got friends up from Liverpool, from London. Bryony, you've come from, where have you come from? West Midlands. You come from the West Midlands, I knew really, anyway. But a special mention has to go out to Charlotte's brother and his partner, Hayley, Christopher. And Hayley, thank you very much. They've come all the way from Australia to spend today with us, so thank you very much for that. Now, finally onto the best men. Now, unfortunately, Scotty, one of my best men, is on an extended holiday courtesy of the RAF, and he's probably gutted while he's sunning himself up on a beach in Cyprus, I'd imagine. I'm joining him for 6 months out. I'll go in October, so I'm pretty sure we'll have a few tours out there.
That's holiday.
Yeah, that's holiday, it will be. Yeah. But Michael, Jez, thank you for letting me off lightly with the stag do. A crap suit and a dodgy wig could have been a hell of a lot worse. I predicted the wig anyway. And I kind of pulled it off. And the stag do almost went to plan. There was a slight taxi ride home by me at 1:30 in the morning from York to Durham. Cost a decent packet. But everything happens and we got over it. Everything's sorted. Now I explained to each of you at the stag do why I chose you. You're like brothers to us basically in your different ways. But Michael, just a warning, your speech in a minute, I might disown you. I've got a couple of gifts for you lads as well. Bear with me. Like the traditional bit. Finally, just thank you very much. Enjoy today, and I'll hand you over to Michael, the best man.
I will go red, so just got to roll with us on that. But I just want to start off by saying, and it's probably only me and a few others here, but you've got that feeling that you've been here before. I'm Michael, as you said, one of the best men again. He actually has us on retainer. Jokes aside, I have had the privilege of being Nicky's best man before, and to be honest, first time round, I probably did him a bit of a disservice. We were young, left it a bit late. It was a bit, it wasn't the best preparation that went into it. My speech at the time, it was a bit forced. It wasn't very funny. It wasn't very loving. Ultimately, it didn't last very long. Ironically, exactly how the marriage. So this time round, I want to do something different. I want to make sure that I put a lot of thought and a lot of effort. Someone who I've been friends with the majority of my life. Charlotte also sent us a subtle nudge over Facebook last year. Some guy who was playing guitar and singing who wrote this best speech I've ever seen, which really piled on the pressure. And I had a thought about what I could do, and obviously with the entertainment that's on tonight, as some of you will know, it kind of came to us quite quickly, and I thought, I'll do a rap. No. So, bear with us. So you ready?
Ready.
Done. Dun, 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 dun. So this is a story all about how my best friend Nicky's hair fell out. Just sitting right there, I'll tell you how we became friends with Ross Geller over there. Now, I'll practice that quite a bit and realise that I'm not the kind of person. Although I have had that written for months, and I did see it on Lab Bible the other day. I was absolutely devastated. But anyway, sorry, bear with us. I can tell you a few stories about mine and Nicky's friendship. We've journeyed together from day one at primary school at Rosa Street primary school in Spennymoor, where we both grew up. In the nativity play, for example, we both gave performances which were really true to our personalities later in life. I give a loving, moving performance of Santa Claus, bringing joy to everyone. Nicky, evil and spiteful, begged to be King Herod. Ruthlessly massacring babies. Into secondary school, year 7 English, Mrs Turner, do you remember her?
Vaguely.
She always looked pregnant, but she wasn't.
Yeah. I do remember now.
You know, with a group of lads as you are, new friends, new people getting together, being a bit lippy towards a teacher, giving it large really, thinking we're really clever. To the point where I got too far and we all got detention. First detention that any of us had ever had. And for most of us, myself included, we thought that was pretty cool. First detention, we thought we were pretty badass, pardon the French. And we thought, boys will be boys, it's funny, this is what's supposed to happen when you come to school. However, one of us took it a little differently. Now, I don't know if many of you had met Joy Munro back in the day.
What are you saying about me?
But Nicky was crying his eyes out. Sat there with his little curtains and his freckly face, blubbering about going home and telling his mum.
I think my dad signed the first one off. And said, shush, don't tell your mum.
So I'll avoid Joy for the rest of the day. End up with a Glaswegian kiss. And then in sixth form was kind of where things parted a little bit. Nicky's hair refused to extend the leash on his head. And on nights out, when people thought I was out with my dad, we had to shoo him off a little bit, so we packed him off to the RAF. But we've always stayed in touch wherever Nicky's been based around the country, and always been good friends. Good example of that from weekends, from Bryony, we were talking to her earlier, doesn't remember a bit. We used to take her out every Saturday when she would be here, take her to soft play. Nicky would sit there whilst I'd somehow be the one chasing her around.
You don't do the same with Clark.
To my next point. On Saturdays, more frequently now, where we go to the cricket, and it's the same with Clark. I generally think from the looks that we actually get over what has probably been, 10, 12 years, a lot of the time people think we're actually gay dads. It doesn't help that we hold hands most of the time. That is what it is. So to the stag do, I wanted to do something special. I wanted to make an effort to show Nicky that he is my best mate. I've known him my whole life. I wanted to do something that would really touch him. And I know what you're thinking, Vegas. No, we didn't do that. We didn't even go to Budapest or Krakow. We did the one thing that we knew that would be, really hard for Nicky. We'd give him hair. And he did actually revel in wearing his wig for the day. And there was a number of people, actually lads can testify, coming up, wanting to ask him if it was real. I think he actually enjoyed having hair again for the first time in 17, 18 years or so. And we had a good day, and I want to thank obviously Jez sat here and Scotty, as Nicky mentioned, who's not here with us right now, for the help in sorting that day, and everyone else from coming, from the different locations. We did, other than the blip which Nicky's kind of touched on at the end there, we did have a good day. And it cost Nicky more than the rest of us. We paid for this, so I'm not sure how that works. It did, however, highlight, probably the one thing that I would say about Nicky, he can't drink. He thinks he can, and he thinks he's an expert at this and that, but he cannot drink. Not long term anyway. Which leads on to my last, I guess, story about him. Last year, we went to a music festival in Sedgefield, in Harvey Park. We started drinking probably, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning,
Gins at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Got, seeing different bands, seeing different people who knew, everyone kind of getting separated till, I would say probably late afternoon, early evening. It was still light.
Yeah.
Nicky went missing. Couldn't find him. We looked for him, couldn't find him. We rang him, there wasn't an answer. And then after a while, he ended up ringing my cousin via Facebook somehow, and he'd been thrown out, ultimately. So we went over to the fence at the side of the festival, which separated the park to the festival. And there was these people stood at the side, and I said, "Is there a bald-looking lad with green shirts staggering down?" And they said, "Yeah, there is actually." So he came slurring down this road, absolutely minging. So drunk, his eyes had gone, he's slurring his words, he's absolutely obliterated. So, trying to be a good friend for once, took him some water in between, obviously going and watching the band and enjoying himself. When that band finished, then took him, I think, an ice cream and some more water, trying to turn things around. And then ultimately, the last time that we went, he was gone. And I thought, thank God for that. I thought, Tammy lives just up the road. He's probably gone for a bed for the night, and he's called it a day. And then after the second of last band, myself and my other friends who weren't absolutely off our faces, we were just going to the gents before we went to see Ocean Colour Scene. They were headlining that night, and then out of nowhere, all you heard was, "All right, like." And then he just appeared from nowhere as if by magic. Asked what happened, and he said, "Well, I went to the Fun Loving Criminals on my own, as you do, went to the front, and I had a wee in a cup." As you do, we've probably all been to music festivals, you get caught short, it's nothing. I said, "So then what happened?" He said, "Well, the security guards chased us." I was like, right, the guy who's, obviously, as we all know, he's into his exercise, he's in the area, should be pretty fit. So I said, "Then what happened?" He said, "Well, then they caught us." And then the next thing, he didn't really know what happened, so I said, "Well, how did you get back in?" He said, "I don't know." And he said, so I said, "Well, then what happened?" And he goes, "I think I pissed myself." Yeah, he had pissed himself. And he was that hungover the next day and felt so bad about it, he actually volunteered that information to Charlotte. Went down quite well. Finally, I just want to mention, there's again a lot of Nicky's friends and colleagues and some of those addictions have been running. For one, whiskey, cycling, craft ales, most recently coffee, and obviously getting married. However, I must say, and on a serious note, his biggest addiction, which I think is clear to most people that close to Nicky, is his family. I've said this to him before when I've been drunk. I'm probably a little bit drunk now, but when I wrote it I was sober, but I've always been immensely proud of how Nicky's been as a dad. I remember speaking to him when he was in the car. Obviously Bryony, who lives down the country, Nicky would go pick her up on a Thursday or a Friday, travel 4 hours down to pick her up, 4, 5, 6 hours back through traffic, just to spend the weekend back home, and then the same journey again on a Sunday. And that's always something that I thought, a lot of dads get a lot of stick for not putting effort in, where Nicky's always been there and he's always tried his utmost best. And it's something that I've always been, truly proud to see, that my friend has that approach to, to his daughter and his responsibilities. And the same with Clark now. If I get to the point where I have kids one day and have a son or a daughter that idolises me as much as as Clark idolises Nicky, I would actually be pretty happy. So I just wanted to say I'm incredibly proud of you for that.
Thank you very much.
And to Charlotte, who I don't need to say this, she looks absolutely brilliant today. You do, you really do. And I've always thought, you know, they were a great couple. There was one time when Nikki was serving in either Iraq or Afghanistan, bumped into Charlotte in Newcastle and didn't know her that well at this point in time. It was pretty early days, wasn't it? I've got a horrible sense of humour. I'm not a very nice person. Charlotte, I said, "Oh, how are you feeling? Nikki's away. Are you being okay?" And she you know, she turned and she's like, "Oh, I've been a little bit worried." And I was like, "Well, worst thing that happens is he loses an arm, and then he'll get compensation, and then you'll live a happy life." And I thought that would lighten the mood a little bit. That's the kind of thing that will make me laugh. And I turned around and Charlotte was crying. And I did always feel a little bit bad from that. But in Charlotte, you know, since Nikki and Charlotte being a couple, they've been very welcoming to me. You know, I'll often be tagging along as a third or fourth wheel with Clark, as you know, on days out and out for food. And you know, I want to again, you know, thank you both for letting us in your life. Last year, I went through a bit of a crappy time, and they were both, you know, incredibly good friends to me. And I hope that I can, you know, one day, if ever needed, hopefully not, you know, return the same to the Perry, and not just Nick. Because, you know, that was really something that was appreciated by myself. I think, finally, not to keep drawing on too long, just a couple more thank yous again. On behalf of the newlyweds, thank everyone for coming. Bridesmaids, wherever you all are, looking spot on. Thank you to both families for obviously helping to make the stay as good as it is and as good as it will be into the night. The band that are on later are brilliant. We've seen them a few times, a few of us. I think everyone will enjoy it. So let's drink, be merry, and toast again. Prime a drink to Nikki and Charlotte.
Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. But you've got the love I need to see me through. Sometimes it seems the going is just too rough, and things go wrong no matter what I do. Now and then it seems like life is just too much, but you got the love I need to see me through. When food is gone, you are my daily need. Oh, when friends are gone, I know my Savior's love is real. You know it's real. You got the love. 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 Time after time, I think, oh Lord, what's the use? Time after time, I think it's just no good. 'Cause sooner or later in life, the things you love, you lose. But you've got the love I need to see me through. You got the love. 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 You got the love.
The mirror can't look me in my eye, no way. I float like a ribbon in the sky, no plane. And you're smooth or rugged, I'm a Usain running, cause I does it in my Olay. And I'm a flash for the picture, she'll come back, no, I still a vista. Computer love, I Mac with my finger, baby, I'm your man, not your mister. I missed ya. My lifestyle's terribly wild, but you'll never catch me on the Jeremy Kyle show. Explosive terrorist style, don't think I'm a blow, I'll give you therapy now. Hey, I miss school and I haven't got a job yet. My girls and my daughter's on the way. I went clubbing till my world was revolving. Pretty women and alcohol, hey, hey, hey. I ride this mother-loving beat like a tractor. I ride this mother-loving beat like a train. Choo-choo, go hard, go faster. Snack peas every day. Hey, I ride this mother-loving beat like a tractor. I ride this mother-loving beat like a train. Choo-choo down the rabbit hole. More women, more alcohol, hey. I'm living my life cause that's what I do best. These girls on my bank wanna show me interest. Hey look, pounds or penny, I don't scrounge or penny. I'm fly, I am not an insect. And I'm the life of the party. Came with Ken but I left with his Barbie. Baby's with me, she can ride in the car seat. If you're an angel, I'm Charlie, ah please. My lifestyle's terribly wild, but you'll never catch me on the Jeremy Kyle show. Explosive terrorist style, you don't think that I'm a blow, I'll give you therapy now. Hey, I miss school and I haven't got a job yet. My girls, my daughter's on the way. I went clubbing till my world was revolving. Pretty women and alcohol, hey, hey, hey.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Could I please welcome for the first dance, the beautiful bride and groom, Nick and Charlotte, to the dance floor. Come on, everyone, join round. Camera moments.
Stare so deep in your eyes, I touch on you more and more every time. When you leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2, 3 times in a row. It's a funny thing for me to try to explain how I'm feeling and my pride is the one to blame. Cause I know I don't understand just how you look and do what no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you'll page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you'll save me right now. Looking so crazy in love. Got me looking so crazy in love.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, they've requested you come and join them on the dance floor. Everyone in, come on. Don't be shy.
When I talk to my friends so quietly,
come on, bridesmaids, in you come.
Tennis shoes don't even need to buy a new dress. You ain't there and nobody left to impress. It's the way that you know what I thought I knew. It's the beat that my heart skips when I'm with you. Cause I still don't understand just how your love can do what no one else can. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you'll page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you'll save me right now. Looking so crazy in love. Got me looking so crazy in love.
Oh, flow, so cold, Rosie, and the drummer,
Baby, you ain't get a fool of me. You gon' be strong and get who see. Baby, you got me, got me, got me.
Two trailer girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Guess who's back, 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 back again, again, again. Jimmy's back, back, back. Tell a friend, friend, friend. Guess who's back, 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 guess who's back. Cause nobody wants to see Marshall and Monty want Jimmy, I'm sharp liver. But if you want Jimmy, this is what I'll give you.
I was scared of dentists and the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations.
I'd just like to say, because Johnny told us to, thank you very much for letting us come here today. I feel like there's some sort of restriction where I might not be allowed because I would say bad things about previous marriages and not having any hair and having a spine on my head, but I just want to say that Nick, the only person other than your mother who calls you that still, and Charlotte, I love you a bit. I've had the best day, can't wait to get back outside. Me, Olivia, who's stood this side of the camera, and Johnny, who's filming this, gonna get our groove on, the second part of the hip hop array, and have the best night ever. Thank you very much. I love you.
Oh, thank you for
Good doggy, well done.